everybody. Thanks for joining us for NBA action on 2K Sports. With Hall of Famer Doris Burke and Greg Anthony, this is Kevin Harlan. On the sidelines, we have David Aldridge reporting. Let's see the stat sheet here for Ricky Rubio.
In the last 5 games, you can see the...
And we've got time for a quick pregame.
Kevin, thank you very much.
Thanks, David. That's David Aldridge, our NBA Hall of Famer. And Doris, tonight, 2 experienced teams will be battling.
Well, what you come to expect with experienced rosters are excellent defensive rotations, game plan discipline. These guys know how to play the game, so let's see how this plays out.
Here are the starters for Los Angeles. We've got Davis. Kyle Kuzma is out there with Montrezl Harrell. And it's LeBron James. And it's Dort in at the 2 spot. And for Utah, Mitchell and Ingles serve as the wingmen. Rudy Gobert is out there with Bobby Portis. And it's Dunn in at the 1 spot. And the Jazz start out with the ball. Passes it to Mitchell. From outside the arc, a 3-pointer is right on target. Mitchell's got the first 3 points of the night up on the board for the Jazz. Mitchell against James. Out to the wing. Here's Dort. No good on the triple. And it's Utah's ball. It's a 3-point game. Mitchell wide open. And Utah another 3.
Well, the ability to rise and fire in catch-and-shoot situations, he keeps the defenders off balance.
LeBron against Mitchell. And there's the foul. It'll go on Joe Ingles. That's his first foul. So it's the Lakers now. In the corner, it's James. Pass to Harrell. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up.
Well, Harrell is not going to back down. Hangs tough and finds his shot opportunity. Gets to the foul line.
And both free throws good for Harrell. A little over a minute gone here in the first quarter. Mitchell outside. And Gobert kicks to Dunn. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass.
That's just unreal body control. Chris Dunn really showing up the D with that shot.
Left side, Davis. The kick out to LeBron. The tray. No good that time. And Utah the other way now. They faced off right here last time they met, but the home club just couldn't pull out the win.
And their last time against this club, they really fell short at the free throw line. That is some tough defense there against one of the better finishers in our game.
And there's 2 points. Working on the glass, paying off that time.
Well, there's a brute physical force to LeBron James. Couple that with his terrific instincts, unbelievable reactions, and he's pretty good on the offensive glass.
Here's Dunn. Shoots a 3. Rebound the Lakers. Here in the first, just under 2.5 minutes played so far. On the wing, Davis. There's the triple. And LeBron gets it to go with the assist by Davis. James has got 5 points so far.
Boy, what a stroke. LeBron James every year builds brick by brick in his game, and that perimeter game, woo-hoo, sweet.
Gobert, the pass to Mitchell. Goes up at the stripe. Nice spin off the left rim and in. Mitchell's got his 3rd basket of the night right there.
Well, Rudy Gobert stands 7'1", and he's an unselfish guy. It puts the pass on the money.
And finished off by Davis.
Now flying high and throwing it down with the one hand.
One of his favorite moves right there, guys. Mitchell passes to Portis. Dunn kicks to Mitchell. Clock at 6. Beyond the arc. And the rejection by LeBron.
Oh, you watch LeBron, not a prolific shot blocker, but when he wants to get it done, he is emphatic.
Here he goes, and James throws it down.
Oh, Kevin, not a Petty, not a Manny, but a facial.
Oh, a bounce to the outs, Greg? Yeah, showing off the bunny. Timeout is called, first of the game for the Jazz.
Adjustments are a part of the game, and the coach sees something he doesn't like here.
Well, this is a chess match. Looking ahead a few moves and trying to execute toward that.
And the Jazz with some changes. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for Portis. Clarkson comes in for Joe Ingles, and it's Cooper in for Dunn. And then for Los Angeles, Howard comes in for Montrezl Harrell. And it's Miles Bridges in for Kyle Kuzma. Nice ball movement by Utah. Here's Clarkson. Basket is good. He'll get a chance for one more at the line.
Well, just gets into the thick of the defense and makes a terrific play. Go ahead, Jordan Clarkson.
And Doris, we saw with the bubble how jarring a long break can be before the playoffs.
Kevin, many coaches considered the bubble to be a brand new season. You had, in essence, last season, 2 training camps. And the fact that the NBA was willing and able to pull off the logistical challenges of a restart was nothing short of remarkable.
Doubled by Howard. Clarkson on the wing. Here's Cooper. Taking a look at his stats, he's averaging around 7.5 points a game. Misses the 3. And here's James. He'll bring it up for the Lakers. Trailing by 2. He kicks it to Howard. On the wing, James. He's guarded by Cooper. LeBron dishes to Davis. Second chance shot, and it's good on the layup. Davis has got his second bucket.
Just so resourceful as a player. Davis gets the job done inside in all sorts of ways, and that's one of them right there, crashing the offensive glass, getting that second chance bucket.
Here's Gobert. That shot misses. So Los Angeles will take it the other way. They're coming off that win against Philadelphia.
Yeah, and that one, their intensity on the offensive end was not matched by their opponent. That led to some easy buckets.
Well, let's give some credit to the coaching staff as well, recognizing the weaknesses in that defense and going after each one of them.
Now, here's Clarkson. Really played well against the Clippers in his last outing. If you're wondering who's been the best among the men in the middle, look no further. Here are the leaders in rebounding for the second half of the season. 4th, Rudy Gobert.
He has taken his rebounding very seriously since the break. It's really paid off for him and his team.
Free throw good. Clarkson.
The one thing with Clarkson, sometimes he can get a little out of control, and he does a tremendous job creating offense and putting himself in a position to attack.
Here's what Utah's going with right now. As Azubuike's checked in, and Ricky Rubio subbed in for Mitchell. And so it looks like the Lakers will retain possession here.
Great instincts from him to get a hand on that pass and tip it out.
And offensively, a little bit of a careless toss. You could have used a better angle on that pass.
Into the lane. Napier passes to LeBron. But they recover it. McGee dishes to Napier. Over to the left wing. Bridges, no one around him. And that one goes long.
And right from the start, Kevin, they've been pounding the glass. Most of those 50-50 balls also going their way.
LA's gone just 1 of 4 from three-point range here in the first. LeBron with it. Guarded now by Rubio. Here's Napier. A three-pointer off the mark. Utah's gone 2 of 4 from beyond the arc to start the game. Shots good by Clarkson.
Well, give Jordan Clarkson a ton of credit. He has worked tirelessly on this shot.
Lakers trail by 3. Here's LeBron. Gets it to drop, and now he's shooting at a 5 for 8 clip.
This guy is putting his fingerprints all over the game in this quarter. He has flat out dominated the offensive end.
Pass to Azubuike. Now the pass to Clarkson. Lets it go from deep. And Napier pulls it down. Caldwell poked the bounce pass. Up in time. And the last shot before the buzzer is off. At the end of one, a closely contested game so far. Jazz lead by 1. And we'll be back with you for the start of the second quarter when we return. And from moments ago, we got this from Donovan Mitchell on how his team maintains its edge.
Well, it's been our whole story all year as the underdog, you know, and a lot of guys on this team have been that way throughout their lives and their careers. There's so many guys on the team that have been doubted.
Using that doubt, Greg, as motivation.
Whatever helps you play with urgency. If it's feeling like you're second best, use that to your advantage.
And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. And guys, what's your take on Utah so far?
Well, they use the fast break to generate some easy buckets before the defense could get set.
And we know this. Every team in the league now seems to be looking to play with pace.
All fueled up and ready to go. Let's reset the lineups courtesy of Gatorade as the second quarter gets going. So on the floor for Utah, they've got Portis. Jordan Clarkson is out there with Ricky Rubio, and it's Joe Ingles, and it's Nba2k in at the center, filling out the middle. Here's Caruso. Off target with his 3. Utah's gone 3 of 6 tonight when they've let it fly from downtown. On the wing, Ingles takes a 3. It's tipped.
Oh, that's merciless. Kuzma plays with such competitive energy, wasn't letting that shot get off.
When Kuzma first entered the league, the Lakers were a rebuilding team. Now, Greg, he's one of the more experienced pieces on this team.
And Kuzma's made the most of it, switching to a learning role. Tries to absorb as much as he can from the vets. And he does everything he can to pick their brain and improve on those little things in terms of championship caliber basketball.
And it's Kuzma with the ball for the Los Angeles Lakers. They haven't allowed any points in the second quarter. Hey, Greg, you play with some big personalities. Talk about the best way to manage egos and conflicts in the locker room. That's a very interesting topic.
No doubt about it. You know, Kev, first thing you learn from middle school on, your team is your family. And let's face it, all families have spats, and so do teams. You just learn to never personalize those things. Never leave any stone unturned. Like, don't let things fester. When there are issues, you address them. And if you're not taking things personally, you tend to be able to work through whatever issues you may come in front of.
Good advice. And again, the Lakers, no good. Done with it. Now guarded by Harrell. Done with it. 8 points his last outing. Here's Gobert. Offensive rebound. And so the ball out of bounds. Davis touched it last. And for a look at how the competition stacks up right now. These, the new power rankings, they tell a great story. You look at the Celtics. They sink a little bit here in the rankings. Still, though, remaining in the top 5.
And seeing where the Lakers are, they're just taking it one game at a time, dismantling each opponent along the way as they were predicted to do.
Dwight Howard, he's checked in for the Lakers. Trying to get something going, gets the three-pointer to fall. Dunn's got 5 points so far.
I would say Dunn more pure scorer than pure shooter, but he nails the 3.
They get it back. Howard. And Howard with the stuff.
That is a product of pure effort, guys.
I agree, and that's nothing new coming from him, GA. He loves going to work on the rebounding, going to work on the board.
What about the decisive finish? Oh, goodness gracious.
Wow, that finish.
Here's Rivers. Gobert with the block.
Well, this is the calling card of Rudy Gobert, a superb shot blocker. The wingspan is a thing of beauty.
Jazz passing it around. Portis finds Mitchell. Just 4 to shoot. Gobert, the pass to Ingles, shoots over Kuzma. And a kind roll that time off the rim as that one falls. And the Jazz lead by 4. Davis against Portis. Davis with the bucket. Davis has got his 3rd bucket of the night.
If there's a list of the best inside scorers in the NBA, Davis has got to be right at the top. When he gets his hands on the ball down low, you might as well just count it. Oh, and he went for the two-hander on the slam using some muscle.
Some urgency from him there, sure. Nicholas Batum, he's checked in for the Jazz. And the Lakers making a change here. Lakers trail by 4. James left side to the left side wing. Here's Bridges. The Lakers rebound. Here's Davis. Lays it up off the glass. Davis has got 4 points now in the quarter.
And they've repeatedly probed inside in the first half, guys, and it's paid off.
Mitchell kicks to Portis. Portis sets the pick for Batum. Just 5 on the clock. Gobert with a wide-open look. Off target from three-point range.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up.
And he's good on the 3-ball.
So why does LeBron James have the ball in his hands? Because look at that 6th sense. Wow, what a pass.
Dunn passes to Portis. And he could not get that one to go. Out of contact, and he'll go to the line for 2. And the 22nd pick in 2015, Bobby Portis with a nice shooting touch.
And at the same time, not afraid to mix it up, maybe to a fault. At times we've seen him get caught in the heat of the moment. You got to channel that competitive edge and stay strong mentally.
And Utah making a change here. Cooper's checked in.
Just focusing on the task at hand, that's all you can do.
Boy, the tide is running one way and then shifts back in the other direction. I've lost count of how many lead changes we've had here tonight.
Gobert dishes to Mitchell. Back to Gobert. And it's sent back by Howard.
There's a reason Dwight Howard has so many all-defensive teams to his credit. Good night with the block.
Bridges for 3. And another 3 for the Lakers. Let's look at the energy stats, how the hustle game has been going for the Lakers.
Great hustle defensively through the first half, contesting everything and racking up the block shots.
They've shown some real tenacity on the boards, and it's turned into a lot of second-chance points.
And mark that one down right there. It's going to be a long time until we see him miss another one like that.
LeBron passes to Davis. The kick out to LeBron. Back to Davis. A second chance effort. Yes, and it's LeBron picking up the assist. LeBron's got 3 assists tonight.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
Passes to Cooper. Mitchell against Howard. That one's good. The Laker lead is cut down to 4 again on the bucket for Mitchell.
Guys, you can tell Donovan Mitchell can wear down a defense. He's cooking right now.
Here's LeBron with the drive and contact on the shot, so he'll be shooting free throws here. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell. He's getting his first free throw attempt of the night right now.
Not the best statistic for him in terms of his performance at the line. Very low numbers.
You have to love the leadership of LeBron James. Is he demanding of his teammates? Absolutely. But they can take it because he demands more from himself.
Looking at who's out there now for the Jazz. Azubuike's checked in, and it's Clarkson in for Portis. Cooper kicks to Clarkson.
And hard work on the glass. Once again, guys, they put a lot of effort and focus on the backboard.
Bridges dishes to LeBron. And the dunk by James.
Well, it doesn't take much for LeBron James to find his rhythm. The king right now making it look effortless.
And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers holding on to an 8-point lead heading into the break. They've been playing some ferocious defense. We'll return shortly.
And now, the 2K Sports Halftime Show.
Welcome back to 2K Sports, everybody. Ernie Johnson, Shaquille O'Neal, Kenny the Jet Smith. Let's talk about that first half. LeBron James putting in some incredible work. He ended up with 17 points, 3 assists, and 1 block. He's in a crazy zone right now and seems to be even hotter than he was in their last game. Shaq, what'd you think about the Lakers?
I know it's his 17th year, but this is LeBron at his best. Consistent, high-energy play, making the presence felt on offense, all while setting a strong example for his teammates.
And Kenny, let's get your input on the Jazz.
Well, obviously, they didn't show up on the glass at all. They were getting outworked, out-hustled, and outplayed, and their competition showed just the opposite. They wanted it more. You can't give up a ton of extra possessions in a game like this and expect to win.
And now with the second half about to get underway, let's send you back courtside. See you, everybody, with Kevin Harlan.
And for those of you just tuning in, thanks for being with us. The second half of this game still to play. What can you say, LeBron James? What an impressive effort today.
It's something that isn't his strength, but he's done a great job of finding the open man.
Well, what he did was sustain it throughout the first half. He ran the offense. Oh, please. That is why the ticket price is what it is when LeBron is in town. Amazing dunk to finish the play.
Jazz trail by 10. Dunn passes to Gobert. Dunn outside. It's hauled in by Los Angeles. Here's LeBron, and LeBron throws it down.
I don't think you can stop LeBron James when he starts off to fly like that. Might as well just start jogging back the other way.
Dunn passes to Portis. Mitchell outside. Those three-pointers off the mark.
And a big lead for them on both the scoreboard and the backboard thus far.
Got that bucket in no time at all.
Yeah, they're rolling right now. That lead continues to grow.
And one of the things that's helped that is they're getting it done on both ends. Terrific focus on offense, and they're locked in defensively.
His shot was hindered by that momentous mobile one block.
Emphatic with the rejection. You've got to appreciate that kind of forceful defense.
And if you're just joining us, we played over a minute here in the third, and the shot goes down.
And the shooting has really been there for him today, but he may have to take it upon himself to continue to carry this team and try and get out of this hole.
Here's Davis, and finished off by Davis.
And this guy does it all. Davis is as complete an offensive player as we have in our league.
Utah calls timeout. Greg, you showed toughness and grit when you played. You've got to succeed in this league with those things at the forefront, right? Being tough, being gritty. And there are several players whose style you admire that play like that.
I mean, no doubt about it. You have the superstars, the Kawhis, the LeBrons, who continue to do it. They can intimidate you physically, but they also provide tremendous skill set. But two other guys, Russell Westbrook, Jimmy Butler, they're also guys that exemplify that toughness. You know, two guys, when you look at those two, a lot of people didn't project them to be what they've become, and it's impressive to watch them take the floor night in and night out. Pretty much all of their buckets coming from inside the paint now.
Done outside, driving inside. The shot comes out. Lakers leading by 15. Here's Kuzma. Good work there as it goes. Kuzma's got his first points of the night.
Well, if it ain't broke, don't fix it. They keep getting it in the paint and continue to score consistently.
Gobert with it, picked up by Davis. The drive by Mitchell.
Oh, that was worth the price of admission.
Well, why did Donovan Mitchell win the dunk contest? Case in point right there.
And we talk a lot about Mitchell's offense, and for a good reason, but the defense is also an area where he's excelled.
Oh, no doubt, Greg. We identify him with the offensive end of the floor because he's carried a burden for the Utah Jazz early in his career. But think about it. He's strong, athletic, long wingspan, excellent instincts. This guy has the potential to be one of the most impactful two-way players in today's NBA.
And slam dunk by Gobert.
Well, Rudy Gobert with the size and length, they factor on the glass right now.
Here's Kuzma. Gobert pulls it in. Gobert's got 8 rebounds in this game. Mitchell right side. Puts it up from 12. That counts. He's put up 13 shots, and he's had 8 of those go in.
You can see the kind of confidence Donovan Mitchell has in that handle. His ability to navigate off the dribble drive. Nice.
Here's Napier. And again, Los Angeles with the triple.
An even stronger second half. Tremendous efficiency at the offensive end of the floor.
Mitchell passes to Gobert. Dunn attacking. Ingles in the corner from downtown. That's in, coming off an assist from Dunn. Dunn's got 4 assists in the game.
Joe Ingles is a tremendously smart basketball player. This guy understands how to set up a defender, get himself into a catch-and-shoot situation where he thrives.
So Utah ends up going with a new group. And now let's take a look at the most efficient scoring teams in the NBA. The Lakers, number 1.
Are just tremendously disciplined offensively, always looking for the best possible shot. That's how they've gotten that field goal percentage to skyrocket.
Napier passes to Howard. He feeds it to Bridges. Buries it down low. Bridges has got 5.
They're still commanding a lot of defensive attention. Howard just keeps his head up and finds the open man.
Caldwell Pope on the wing. Offline with his 3.
Boy, a wide open shot from his favorite spot. That is one he'd like to have back.
Rubio, the pass to Cooper. Puts up a 3. Rebound by JaVale McGee. McGee's got rebound number 5 here tonight.
The edge on the glass is the difference. It's allowed them to build this lead. How about the concentration? He gets hit but stays with the play and gets the finish.
And a moment now to quickly take a look at the offensive approach for the Lakers.
And I like how they've taken the high percentage shot in the paint. In that first half, we saw them doing it, and they've continued to succeed as the game has worn on.
Now, something else we've seen them doing tonight is getting the long ball to drop. Big points coming from three-point range right now.
Here's Clarkson.
And a moment now to check out some of the numbers for Bridges. Averaging 15 points a game, 4 rebounds, and 2 assists. Well, fans of this team will take this kind of production from him without hesitation.
I tell you, he has been a solid contributor. They have called his number, and he has delivered for them.
You know, Greg, you'd probably know as well as anyone, what was it like going up against the Bulls in the 90s?
You know, it's weird to say, but in a lot of ways, we were a lot like they were. Hall of Fame talent at the coach, a defensive-minded team, but the one difference was, you know, the Bulls had that guy that wore that number 23. I think I'd say that might have been the one difference.
Well, we know the TV networks have brought more revenue, Greg, to the NBA. The expectation is for another bump when they renegotiate in 2023.
You know, at the same time, though, Kevin, with all the cord cutters out there, the league looking to make the game more accessible to those fans. I expect that to be a big part of this next deal.
Right, on your tablet, smartphone, or your computer. Cooper kicks to Clarkson. Going inside, takes it up with both hands and rips it down.
Wow, big-time move by Jordan Clarkson. The defense forced to adjust. That's an incredible drive.
Caldwell Pope passes to Bridges, out left to the wing. That's good. And so Howard with the assist. Bridges has got 12.
Another bucket down low. They've been the aggressors, taking the ball inside and attacking at the rim.
Cooper the pass to Azubuike. Here's Cooper. Napier covering, 11 feet away. Misses off the left iron.
I tell you what, the defense should send Christmas cards for that miss.
It's a nice passing here by Los Angeles. For three, Bridges. Rubio with the rebound.
Well, after hitting one triple in the first half, it's been all radio silence since.
The shot by Clarkson, no good. And so Napier will bring it up for the Lakers. They have a 22-point lead. It's the most they've led by.
I tell you, Bridges, you see the athleticism, the improving skill set, and the instincts are coming along.
That's also good. So he hits both free throws.
And just a better job of getting to the line here in the second half. Didn't get there once in the first.
Clarkson up top. He got it up. No good on the last second attempt there. And so it's the Los Angeles Lakers finishing the quarter up by a whopping 24 points. From the field, they have been outstanding. Amazing shooting. That's what has them headed to a blowout. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. Now let's take a look at our assist of the game presented by State Farm.
And he sliced the D wide open with this feed. They had no chance to prevent that basket.
Well, that's what a great pass will do, right? You love the unselfish play.
And 1 quarter to go in a game that to this point has not been an evenly fought contest. Mitchell and Engel serve as the wingmen. Portis is out there with Rudy Gobert. And it's done in at the point guard position. That's the 5 on the floor for the Jazz. Here's Mitchell. And the rejection by Harrell.
And physically, there's no doubt they've been the stronger team. A +10 rebound advantage tells you all you need to know.
James in the post. Dunn covering. And finished off by LeBron.
Oh, he loves this. Just blows past defenders, takes it strong to the rack.
To the inside. And slam dunk by Gobert.
Yeah, that's just a nice pass. This was one of college basketball's premier playmakers, Dunn showing great vision.
Out to Kuzma. James left side. Harrell a screen on Mitchell. And James picks up the foul. That'll be his second foul of the game. Been a lot of talk, Greg, about in-season tournaments in the NBA to spur fan interest. The proposal was tabled for a bit. What are your thoughts on that?
You know, cash prizes for the players and coaching staffs. That always seems like a good idea. I just wonder, Kevin, if they're going to be any cash prizes for the broadcasters. Because I think they're on to something. We could get that, you know. But in all seriousness, we see that in soccer, right? And it seems to work well. And I think if it can spur some more interest from fans, then I'd be all for it.
Yeah, the fans love it watching soccer. Dunn dishes to Mitchell. Driving to the basket. That's down the hatch. Knocks one more to his total. That's 9 for 15 shooting.
Wow, gentlemen, the quick first step of Donovan Mitchell gets the advantage, and it's over.
And it's in there. LeBron's got 27.
Those defenders just look a little bit gassed. I mean, they're getting pushed around on that low block. And the lack of rim protection, top of the list.
And the question they're going to have to answer to me is it a problem with the scheme or is it a problem with matchups?
And there's the call on James. And that'll be his third foul so far. We know, Greg, the NBA is full of superstars, yet you can foul out of the game after 6 personal fouls, and some have suggested instead just tacking on an extra free throw when a player commits their 6th+ foul, and then they can stay in the game.
You know, I think something along those lines could make sense. No doubt it's tough to see the marquee player riding the bench because it's not just the 6th foul, right? In some coaches, you pick up 2 in the first quarter, you're done for the quarter. You pick up a 3rd in the second, you're done for the half.
Yes.
So I would like to see something, but I think it's got to also be fair. Maybe you get free throws and another possession. Maybe something along those lines might be in the best interest of the game.
I like it. The Jazz making a switch here. Oni's checked in. LeBron, that's a 2-pointer. Offensive rebound. Davis, and finished off by Davis.
A terrific leaper with incredible height. Davis is a dunk machine.
T kicks to Batum. Azubuike is screen on James. Throws it up high.
Absolutely the prettiest play in basketball, executed to perfection.
I don't think you'd get an argument there. Everybody loves the alley-oop.
Not surprised at all. He's shooting it well and scoring points in bunches.
And here is Teague. Pass to Azubuike. Here's Oni. He dishes it to Teague. There's the drive, and it's slammed in by Teague.
Oh, my goodness. If you don't get in front of Jeff Teague, he's going to throw it down off that dribble drive.
Hughes against James. Rebounded by the Jazz. They host the Clippers after this game. Pass to Oni. Takes the 3, and Davis sends it back.
And wingspan, mobility, Davis is basically a shooter's nightmare. One of the great shot blockers in the league.
Boy, a miss like that will drive any scorer crazy, especially with the defender giving a cushion.
LeBron against Azubuike. LeBron passes to Robinson. Batum grabs the miss. For Utah, they've gone 5 of 10, 50% from the field. Teague feeling it out a bit. And Davis sends it back, and he's able to get it back.
And all you got to do is look at the rebounding margin as to why they hold the lead.
Well, they've absolutely dominated that category in this one, and it's reflected in the score.
Here's James, and he uses the glass on the layup. James has got 31.
As much as LeBron loves to create, there are times when he simply has to do it himself. Too good to pass up that one.
Azubuike is screen on Rivers. It's blocked. Now Robinson. The dish now to James. Driving in. Wow, that was a strong dunk.
That is nice.
Well, 6'8" and 200, who knows how many pounds, but the King, one of the most apropos nicknames in sport.
Guys, they're looking for a way to score here.
Yeah, they've had a tough time taking the lid off.
Rivers against T. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Azubuike against Caldwell Pope. Azubuike, good. Azubuike's got 4 points in the quarter.
Yes, and with this one winding down, it's obvious to everyone who watched it. Just a total mismatch and a true show of strength for the Lakers.
Their hard work on the glass paid off.
I tell you what, they're both excellent rebounding teams, and it was a tough battle underneath all game. And I think ultimately that earned the W.
And the strong effort here will convert into what will be their 50th win on the season.
Wow, they finished the season series undefeated, 4 games, 4 wins, really asserting their dominance.
And one of the key components to this victory, if not the biggest, was the incredible performance for LeBron.
What you love about his performance is that he is simply taking what the defense allows and then making the most of his opportunities.
JaVale McGee's checked in for the Lakers. Alex Caruso comes in for James.
But the truth is they've had control of this game.
And I couldn't agree more. What makes it that much more impressive, they're doing it on the road.
Got a piece of it. Stolen by McGee. Here's Robinson. Nice ball movement here by the Lakers. Caruso. And it's McGee with the jam.
Second chance points always hurt. Just not enough effort to block out.
No doubt those extra possessions can really add up against you when you do not take care of the defensive glass.
We've got a 9-second difference between the shot clock and the game clock. Here's Portis. That's in, coming off an assist from Rubio.
Well, this is what they needed earlier on. At some point, it's too little, too late.
Yeah, but then again, this run came against a team that may have felt it had already won, and you get the sense it let its guard down.
Outside, Robinson. Stolen by Rubio. And so it's the Lakers taking care of business here. To come into an opponent's building and dominate the way they did tonight says, I think, Greg, an awful lot about this team.
I guess they don't need home cooking to feel at home. I mean, Kevin, just a masterful performance all the way around.
And now we'll send it over to David Aldridge, who is standing by courtside. David.
Thanks, Kevin. Anthony, tell us the focus for the team coming into the game tonight.
Well, before we started the game, Coach came in and told us that we knew what we had to do. We were trying to stop a lot of their actions, and our biggest focus for the game was guard the ball. That's what we did coming out of that timeout and never looked back.
And it led to a win. Thank you for your time, Anthony. Back to you, Kevin.
Thank you, David. Great interview once again. Well, folks, that's going to do it for now. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan saying thanks for tuning in. We'll see you next time.